Yeah, it's been a while. Hi, hey Ahmed. So I came here because I wanted to do something new. Um, I want to do something new. I want to write a book, but I want it to be something that you guys are interested in. And so I'm giving everybody the creative freedom to, well, at least share ideas. And I'll do the thoughts collection later. I already brainstormed on some stuff, but I'm not sure what you guys will think of it. So if anybody's has any ideas or any topics they would prefer to read on in depth on, I would really appreciate some suggestions. Be nice, would be fun. Let's hear it. Wait, what was it? It's on my computer, so give me a minute. Mm. Okay, give me a minute. My computer needs to start. But meanwhile, let's catch up. Let's what have you guys been up to? So mainly I think the topics would just be about girls since being single. Wait, aren't you one of my clients? Just asking because it's a familiar name. I've seen that name before. A book about the changing cultural differences between old and new would be interesting to me. With the cultures. Because I'm not an expert and I'm not doing my PhD either. Come up with something smaller. Something along with what my channel is about. Okay, so how are people's thoughts are changing within the change of cultures and times, and how would that affect you trying to find somebody to be with? Like, I can imagine doing that. Yeah, why not? Okay, so my computer's on. Okay, let's see. Black Knight. Hey, Black Knight. Everybody's single? Wow. Must suck. Wait, not too deep, but like my grandma and my mom used to do this. Now my friend and me do this or think this. Wait, I'm a little confused. What is this? Challenges with navigating those cultural changes. That would be really interesting, yeah. But if I wrote something on that, you can't expect it to be 100% true. Because I'm not going to go out there and start doing surveys. Remember, an introvert. So the best thing you guys will get is online. What do you call those? Polls? Yeah, polls online and see what people think of things. Because like Moroccans, do they think differently? Of course, we're so different from our parents and from everybody. Yeah, I think that would be interesting. I think that would really, really be interesting. So, the idea that I had, my computer is on now. So the title would be something along who is she? So it would be going inside of a girl's
bringing in just having her experience, living with her experience of being from birth, upbringing, school, indoors treatment, like how was she brought up versus her other siblings, her roles in the house versus her, male counterpart siblings. And then the workforce when she's in the workforce. So what is she when she's working, and how is she and how will she be? Then the need of femininity, and well, femininity is always needed, and so I'm just gonna mention where it is needed. The unfair reality of being a woman, and how your achievements never count, because all that matters is how many kids you have. So yeah, and in the end, I'll have a chapter where I just like release my thoughts. So it would be titled, "What Does She Want?" Of course, it's not going to be like a me book. It's going to be a book where I collect a lot of informations and a lot of data from different people. Different girls, mainly. People I know, people on the internet, my clients, things like that. And I think it would be really helpful, really useful, entertaining, and would be like a new project for me. Don't forget the role of social media too. Oh, the role of social media. Glad you finished that sentence. What sentence? Why do you think that a woman's achievement don't matter compared to a man? Because in the end, all that matters is how many kids you had, and the things that you are made to do as a woman is all that matters in some societies. So that's why your achievements that are compared to a man don't really matter. My insights as I think the matchmaking would be a whole other book. They can't be the same thing because they're all different. It's the matchmaking is really, really specific. It's really, really specific. Whereas this book is, it's a general look into a new world for you guys, at least. For me, it's my reality every day, but for you guys, it's gonna be something that's new. Wait, I have a ring light. No, I have a stand. Put the phone in the stand because I keep shaking. Okay, give me a minute. I also got a microphone actually, but I never seem to make any videos these days. That's why it would be perfect. A perfect book. There's no such a thing as a perfect book. What do you mean? It's just gonna be an attempt to create something that's nice. I also have a microphone. I'm gonna go bring my microphone. I'll just need a minute. Okay. Got it. Okay, 1 minute. I am not good at this social media thing. Okay, wait. Are you guys still with me? Why does this feel so zoomed? Because it is. I got this little thing. It's really cute. It's fuzzy. Okay. You should be able to hear me way better and way clearer using this. So, let's read what everybody had to say.
That's why it would be a perfect book, because the comparison or the matchmaking part, which one would make it? No, is my voice better? Like, I wanted to make the quality better, so I invested a little bit in everything. I also got those, I don't know what you call them, but they're like an arm that holds the microphone, but it's a bit of a hassle to set up. So I'm not gonna do it now. I'll do it later. So, a book. What is the book gonna be about? What do you guys want the book to be about? I know that a lot of people are watching and they want to say, but they still want to be anonymous, and that's why they're not commenting anything. I don't know if that's an option. So if anybody does have something they want to learn about, an insight that they wish to learn about when it comes to my culture, my people, send me an email or a DM on Instagram. That way nobody's gonna know. I feel like a lot of people wish that they would erase their existence, or at least their identity, from the whole internet sphere, because they don't want anybody to know who they are or the stuff they're into. I don't blame them. This channel is highly specific, and it's not a specificality that everybody would be proud of, I suppose. You guys let me know. But for me, there's no option to make the comments anonymous, because you said it's your lived reality. My lived reality. Do I even exist? I just exist indoors in my room all the time. I don't exist in reality. Okay, I think the connection is back. Exist in a reality would mean for me at this point in my life to have a job, or to start a career, or to live, just have a bunch of neighbors and things like that, which I don't, and I don't care to have either. I wish I could make this my career, but I'm lazy. And that's why I want to write a book. I think it should be fun and educational. And I also have a background in, well, what is it? Literature? Not really. Linguistics, to be specific, but kind of around that, languages and arts. Mm, so, yeah, writing a book. You studied the linguistics? Yes, and you're using your real name on in here. So I don't know if that's something you want, because the what do you call it? It's like a fingerprint, your online fingerprint or something. I forgot what it is, but it's very traceable, and people can find you easily on the internet. So that's why a lot of people go anonymous. hmm So, out of all the chapters I mentioned earlier, which one do you guys think is the most interesting, or the one you want to hear about the most, or should we do this again, where I come up with better chapters? Mm, I mean, let them. Don't have anything to hide. A lot of people have a lot to hide. That's the thing. Mm, so, like I said, the title would be something around "Who is she?" Just who is that girl type of title, and just to bring you closer to how she is and who she is and where she could go from that point of being where she is. So school, housework, and morals, and staying focused. By staying focused, I mean things like um, So when I was in school, for example, I got a lot of threats, serious ones, like if you don't focus on school, we're just gonna pull you out, and then you're just gonna stay home and do housework. Now, I did finish school luckily because I guess I focused and I didn't get distracted too much with things like girls or boys. So that's the part where I mean focus. So focus about finishing what you're doing. The importance of focusing, because at one point in my life I didn't focus and I failed big time. And I feel like a lot of girls did that. Because I was just talking to my friend earlier, my friend from university. She said that she knows around 3 girls that dropped out of school, out of uni, to get married, and they all got divorced now. So looking back, if they would have focused, they would have finished university and probably married after. At least then they would have a university degree and not just a divorce on the resume, right? I'm just saying. um, so a world where she needs to be a female and a male. Um, you guys know. I think you guys know have an idea what I mean. When you go outside, you have to be male because you don't want to attract too much attention, and you also don't want to let your femininity take over where it can cause you harm. So you need to be a dude. And also, when you go to work, you're not going to work as a woman. You're just going to work as an employee. So you kind of have to put your femininity aside. And then when you need it, you just pull it back and put it on. There's also this chapter called. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the gum. This is rude. A chapter called "A Victim versus the Bad Guy." Are they divorced with babies or just divorced? Because if they don't have babies, they can just go back to uni, right? They can go back to uni. It's true, but then I don't know about how easy that would be because usually when you get divorced in Morocco, you're kind of no longer your parents' responsibility. You're kind of your own responsibility. So now they have to find a way to create an income for themselves. So they need money, and then they can use that money to go to university, which is kind of difficult because how are you gonna be a full-time employee and also be a full-time student? It's really hard to balance. So the chapter called "Victim versus the Bad Guy." In this chapter, I was thinking about the Passport Bro video that I made earlier, which is, guys going from Western countries to third world countries to find women so they can either date or marry. In this chapter, the girl is both a victim and the evil person, evil doer, because she's using a person who she knows is from a whole different background. She's helping him navigate her world. But again, when somebody gives you a hand like that, such a grand gesture of being good, you're you can also manipulate them into, scare them out of certain things or tell them that certain things are great, and also make them dependent because only you know how to navigate your world. But again, she is a victim at the same time because she, in turn, is also being manipulated by somebody that has the promise or is promising her that she would have a better life and that she would leave the hellhole that she's living in, or at least a better financial status, even if it was within her own country. So she is a victim and she is an oppressor at the same time. So I wanted to delve into that a little bit with some examples of people that I know and people that I heard of, and of course polls and whatnot. And I think that would be like a really really fun chapter. So what do you guys think? I don't know why I keep hiding the comments. It might just be me, but I don't understand why parents leave their daughters stranded post divorce. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the thing about these cultures, that when the daughter is born, actually both kids, but it's just how do I say this? They're both being oppressed in different ways, you know? So a boy is looked at, a son is looked at as a future source of income. He's gonna help his dad, and more money is gonna come into the house. A girl is looked at as something that they are supposed to get rid of. So I have a daughter. Oh no, I'm just gonna have to send her away to some family later on in her life. She's no longer gonna be a permanent part of my family. So when that happens, she's no longer my responsibility. She's that family's responsibility. But again, when she's no longer with that family, you kind of already gave her up. So she's not your responsibility anymore, mainly. But I'm not gonna say everybody, but if you didn't get married and you're at the same age as somebody that got divorced, the situation is completely different. Like the girl who's not married yet, she still can depend on her parents. Like, hey, I need medication money, I need this money. But when you're divorced, just understand that you're not supposed to do that anymore, and you're supposed to, you know, go find your money elsewhere. Work, sugar daddy. Nobody cares at that point because you are your own responsibility. Mm, personally, could never do that to my kids, even if I'm. Yeah, I know it's not okay, but culturally, it's a little messed up. But when a man gets married, isn't his own family his responsibility? In Morocco, we have the culture of adding the girl to the family. That's why you find a lot of guys who are single, let's say 25, 27, they are not independent. They're completely dependent on their parents. Yeah, they plan to get married because as long as there's one person providing for the entire family, she's going to be provided for. And when she joins the family, then she's also like burdened with the chores of the entire family, like, laundry, cleaning, cooking. So you're cleaning for your husband, his siblings, and your parents-in-law and things like that. And there's a huge debate in Morocco about that right now, about guys who are not ready to get married who get married just because a girl would withstand living in those circumstances. Mm, and how they're not supposed to get married because no girl is supposed to be in those circumstances. It's as if they just bought a maid, considering that they give a dowry, so anything that they put, any money that they give her is just her purchase price. Is it the exception that is going to take care of his family and his old family confused? That sounds stressful. Maybe because cost of living is low. No, 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 no. It's always been like that. It's always been like that. Um, and some mothers-in-law really, really evil. They're really, really evil. And also the sisters-in-law, they also gang up on the bride, and they make her do everything. They always make her look bad. They're always in fighting problems, and the sons tend to take the side of their mother. Unfortunately, they take the side of their mom, and anything that his mom says he believes. So let's say his mom is a liar and she says that, hey, your wife hit me, he's gonna go hit his wife because he believes his mom, because his mom can never do any wrong. Mama's boy is the exception that is going to take care of his family. So a guy is supposed to take care of his family when he's single. When he's married, I mean, logically, he's supposed to take care of his new family. But with, poverty, some parents still depend on the kid after he's married. And especially if they're poor, then he probably still lives with them. So anything that he brings, any food, any, cleaning products, whatever, it's just gonna go into the house. It's not going into his house of him and his wife. It's going to the house of his parents where the wife lives. it's a little depressing, kind of. Always leads me to say that poor people shouldn't get married, but I'm kind of vilified for saying things like that. Let's see. That can be cheaper in your chapter in your book. Wait, which one? The daughter-in-law one? So if you're a foreigner and you're in this situation, how do you navigate? Wait, what situation? Wait. No, you need to be a little more specific with that question. What do you mean? So if I'm a foreign woman marrying a Moroccan man, or if I'm a foreign man marrying a Moroccan woman? Be specific, please. I have a client who proposed to this girl, and they had the conversation of because she's working and she helps her family. She gives them like half her salary, and he asked her the question, "Hey, if we get married and you stop working, do what? Or no, if you get married, are you still gonna give half your salary to your parents?" She said yes. And so he's like, "And if you stop working one day after kids and all?" She's like, "Well, can we still do that?" And so they had that conversation of, are we still gonna help support your family? So I feel like that's a little bit important to do. For example, in my situation, my parents don't really need me to. They don't need me to support them. I don't think I'll ever do it anyway. I'm a little selfish, you know. And I need a lot of stuff regardless. I like nice things, so I don't think anything of my salary would remain to where I can start giving. So I don't think whoever's gonna end up with me would gonna have to ask that question. The in-law situation, both the man and the woman, they just get their own house. Because in the UK, I was being introduced to a Pakistani dad wanting me to move into their home. Freaked me out. Yes, that happens a lot. They live in a big house with many in-laws in them, many daughters-in-law and things like that. So the sons bring the daughters of another family in, and the families go to live with other family. But that is a horrible situation to be in, because then you're expected to cook for those people, to clean for those people. It's not like you just get a suite in the house for yourself. No, you just live with everybody else, and that's not romantic. I don't know if you're catching my drift. That is not romantic at all, because you can never do anything spontaneous. You can never forget a towel when you go into the shower, okay? And if you come out of your room, you need to cover up, and you just need to be a mummy 24/7. It's like we come indoors to remove our hijabs, not to wear them. And during intimate time, you need to be extra silent and make sure everybody's asleep, or give them sleep medication before you plan a romantic night. It's not a livable situation, let's just say that. Truth or dare? Truth. Give it to me. It's fun having these conversations. I actually really miss making videos, but lately I've not been coming up with any topics, and the matchmaking also got me a little busy. And I painted my room, by the way. See, my room has a whole other color. Isn't it nice? It used to be blue. Could never be me in that situation. I mean, a guy is not bothered too much, okay? A guy is outside working the whole time. He just comes home to sleep and eat. But it's the girl that stays at home all day, having to deal with the toxicity, potential toxicity, because not everybody's toxic, but the potential is there. So it's the girl that has to deal with the toxicity of her in-laws. Some in-laws are evil. They are, I swear. I heard a story where this girl, she lives with her in-laws, and so she went to her families to visit her family, to see her parents, and she locked her bedroom. And the mother-in-law called her and asked her, "Why did you lock your bedroom?" I'm like, "What? Excuse me? That is my bedroom with my underwear in there. Where are you going looking to see if it's locked or no? It's none of your business." And for someone like me that needs a lot of privacy, I swear, I need so much alone time. I just can't be around people like that a lot. And if I do try to isolate myself to get some peace, they're gonna start thinking I'm cheating on my husband. I don't want that. Me and my potential wife gonna spending a lot of time together. We'll be working from home. Hooray for capitalism! Yes, would be nice. Mm-hmm. But just don't live with your in-laws and don't live with her in-laws. Like, that would not be a comfortable situation. Oh, I know this is here. They've been inhaling all this new paint, and I'm trying to get rid of the smell of paint. Do you guys have any ideas on how to get rid of the smell of paint? Because I swear, check this out. I have an onion next to me, hoping that it would outstink the paint, but it's not working. So if anybody has any ideas on how to get rid of the smell of paint, please tell me. Oh, okay, let's go back to the chapters of the book. I don't know when my dad's gonna be back, but I have to go make dinner. Okay. So the other chapter would be the unfair reality of being a woman. I understand there's an unfair reality of being a man. Like, we're all suffering here. But I'm talking about women in the book, and I am a woman, and I can never talk about the male experience either. So, yeah. So yes, the unfair reality of being a woman. But I don't know if you guys are interested on that or no. Like, some people don't care. Can you? Yes, this is another chapter, but it's called "Can You Keep a Marriage Intact Despite Your Husband Cheating?" So this thing that is common in Morocco, that the men cheat. We know that. We know they cheat. Open a window. The window's open. The door's open. The window's open. The room was painted 3 days ago, and it still wouldn't go. There's no draft in my room because it's like inside the house, so there's no window to the outside, so it's the air is not changing much. Okay, so the "Can You Keep a Marriage Intact" chapter is about when your husband cheats, can you forgive him? Yesterday I saw this awesome video of this Middle Eastern girl. So her husband fell asleep with his iPhone open. Guess what she does? She locks the phone. She says, if I open this phone, I'm gonna give myself a reason to cry. No, divorce straight away. Huh. Thank you. Right, so we know that the men cheat. We know that there's a potential of men cheating too. And there's even a saying here that says, he's gonna go roam around, but in the end, he's gonna come back to me. Just like, just like what a cat does. A cat would go eat in many houses, but in the end, it's gonna come back to sleep in my house, So that's the same logic that's used with men. That even though they're cheating all day, they're still gonna come back to their kids. So a lot of women know this truth, and they just, how we say it in here, they swallow it with a cup of water because it's like a truth that's hard to accept. And so women just stay for the kids. Women just stay for the kids. So are you gonna stay for the kids or no? And that is one of the parameters of you being a good woman. You staying for those kids. So that's also, I thought that it would be a nice chapter to look into. But let's see. Ahmed says that it's a no-go. Sounds like giving men an excuse to cheat to me. men already have 100 excuses of why they should cheat. The alpha bros and the red pill stuff. That's all they sit there to do all day, just brainstorm things that are logical enough for women to believe them and for the common sense to believe that, oh, they are supposed to do that. I hate that the comments keeps appearing. It really annoys me that men aren't being taught discipline and self-control. Like, bro, you have a wife. Don't even get me started on that. I know, right? It's really frustrating. But yes, some Muslim men should not be like that. But again, Islam says that you can have a wife, so even the non-Muslims are converting to Islam so they can take advantage of that. But whatever. I saw this post on Reddit today. I don't know, but it's kind of satisfying to me because this guy was, after this girl in university. In the end, they get engaged, they get married, they have a daughter. They're super happy. Nothing is wrong. She's healthy. He's happy, and he just sits there out of nowhere, says, I think I should have a second wife. And so his wife says, okay, you do whatever you want. I'm not going to stand in your way. And guess what? He starts accusing her of cheating because she was so nonchalant about him having a second wife, which just goes to show he just wanted to see her reaction. Whether he can have a second wife or no, nobody knows. But I guess he just wanted to test if she really loves him or no. Loves him or no. Turns out she doesn't. Gallivanting, okay, with different women while married. It's cheating. It is cheating. It is. Yes, I agree. How do you test that? You ask, if I cheat, will you stay for the kids? How common is polygamy? No, so basically when a man cheats, it's gonna be, how word moves and like people start talking. In the end, you're gonna find out. Somebody's gonna tell you, or some woman would call at a wrong time, and you're gonna answer the phone. Hey, where is your husband? It's like, who is this? I'm his mistress, and that. You're gonna find out one way or another. What was the question? So you can't really test it. You just find out. You ask, if I cheat, will you stay for the kids? And so after I find out that he cheated, I could either go confront him. Hey, I know you're cheating on me. Screw you, I'm leaving. Or you're just gonna and continue living as if you don't know. So that's how it's tested. How common is polygamy? Polygamy. I really don't know that many people that did it, and people that I know did it are miserable. I know one person personally who did it, and he comes to me to complain to me about his wives. So I don't know what to tell you, but I don't think it's that common, and women certainly hate it. I mean, unless she loves you. Oh wait, no, sorry. Unless she doesn't care about you, she's not gonna do it. But then if you're like super rich, I don't know about that situation. I don't know any rich people personally. Wait, no, I know rich people. But I don't know how to answer that. So I knew a situation where there was this rich guy who was looking for a second wife, but his first wife, she was okay with it. But here's the thing. She hexed him. She had like some witchcraft done on him so he could never get remarried. He said, okay, you can go find a second one if you can. And so the guy is desperately looking, but it never works out. It never, they never reach the signing of the papers. And so, yeah, that's one case of that. And yeah, Moroccan women don't really like it that much. In my experience as a matchmaker, I would say like not many girls accept it, and even when they do accept it, there's a lot of conditions that they also have. You're on. I am on Reddit, but I read the Reddit stories on TikTok. Of course he does. Bro, can please one more. I suppose. I mean, who is supposed to please the other? That's the question. Um, but yeah, I mean, if your wife is healthy, you're on good. Sorry, you're on good terms. Why would you go looking for another one? Because here's the question: why fix what isn't broken, right? Oh, I read this story on. I read a lot of stories. Sorry. Mm, so this guy, he lived with his wife until she reached her 40s. She had all his kids. She built him to be the man that he became. And so when they reached their 40s, he's like, I'm gonna get me a second wife. Don't worry, I'm gonna treat her just as equal. I'm not gonna give her anything better than you. Both of you will be equal, in everything. So he buys her an apartment in like the second floor of the building that they live in, so everything that they have is equal. But of course, the second wife is younger, so he's spending a lot more time in there. After the honeymoon was over, he started to, spend one day of the week with the first one, second day of the week with the other one. So it's equal, right? So time passes, he gets sick. And when he gets, after he's out of the hospital, he's like, take me to my first wife. Because he knows the second wife she's young, she doesn't want to take care of an old man, right? He understands that. He understood that. So they take him to his first wife, and she's like, wait, what is he doing here? And they're like, hey, is your husband and he's sick? He's like, okay, well, sure, I'll take care of him. So she takes care of him the first day. The second day, she takes him up to his other wife's house. And so then that wife takes care of him. Next day, they have to bring him down the elevator or the stairs to the first wife. The day after, so the guy spent all of that time while he was sick going up and down between the two apartments. Which I can imagine to be humiliating because, meeting neighbors in the elevator and things like that. That would not be pleasant. And it's just, it's food for thought, okay? Yeah. But I don't think it's something that can be stopped that easy. And I don't even know if it should be stopped, but it should be legalized better, where there should be a lot more conditions around it. It should not be that simple that anybody can do it. So, okay, so can you keep a marriage intact? So there's this phenomenon in Morocco where men use their power to subjugate women. And by that I mean, if you don't do what I say, you will die. And a lot of instances where women, like cheat behind their husband's backs, those women get killed. They just, they open their throats, to put it simply. That happens a lot. That really, really happens a lot. And it's an unfortunate reality, and you can't really stop it because that's how people think. If you find out he's cheating, if he finds out you're gonna sue him, if he finds out you're cheating, sometimes they just get drunk and start killing. And a lot of other situations that I can't get into everything, but that's a common thing. So I don't know what you guys think about that. I don't know if you guys want to hear the statistics around that, and I don't know if it's something you guys are interested in general. So again, this is just a live stream to gather ideas and to just help me write my book. No excuses for no, none at all. But unfortunately, it is what it is, and you just need to accept that reality that that's the type of men that we could possibly be with one day. It is criminalized. They go to prison for long, long sentences too, but they don't care. And here's the thing about prison. It used to be a very scary institution, with like the old king. The guy was terrifying. And so when you went to prison, you got all sorts of diseases, like skin diseases because of lack of hygiene. You got lice, you got ticks, there's roaches, there's barely enough food, the prisons were crowded, you get beaten on the regular, not fighting, but like the prison wards, and you just get physical punishment. Nowadays, it's different. It's cleaner, it's wider, there's gyms, there's school, there's TV to watch sports in it. It's much more humane, but the people that do go to prison come out even worse, hardened criminals. So prison stopped being scary. On the contrary, like I had this neighbor around my age, not much of an age difference. He's in prison for like the 5th or 6th time because he says that in there I'm fed, I'm clothed, I can watch TV in peace. I don't have to work. I have a gym. The guy's comfortable in prison, way more comfortable than he is when he comes out to society. So they even go there on purpose nowadays. If I got a second life, I wouldn't eat the first wife's food for at least 3 months. Punitive punishment should be harsher, especially for culprit. Yes, they need to start chopping arms and legs off, or taking one testicle each time they do something. Because that's the only thing that scares the men, really. Don't touch his genitals. Other than that, they don't really care. Not touch the third wife's food. Interesting, but still, I don't think it's fair to the first woman that you took everything that's beautiful in her and now you want a second one. I'm telling you, that's the only way men will stop. I mean, if you're gonna have a testicle, if you get kicked in the nuts, I don't think it should hurt that bad, right? I don't know. Sorry, my intrusive thoughts. Okay, so when this hits 1 hour, I'm gonna leave because doing this is exhausting, man. Yep. Hello, Titan speaker. Interesting. Hi. Your first time here? I never saw that name before. Yeah, I can attest to that. Not speaking from experience. Aren't you a guy? Hi Titan. Is this your first time here? First time finding my channel, or are you a returning viewer? So basically we have this live stream so that I can write a book in the future, not telling when. So I just wanted to brainstorm with everybody. Okay, so you're new. Never mind then. But enjoy the view. I keep the nut. How do you keep the nut safe? With hers, I can assure you, not a pleasant experience. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. Protect them better. Spider-Man reflexes. Huh. That's been mild. Huh. Spider-Man reflexes. It's kind of true that like the attacks you don't see coming hurt even worse than when you know they're coming. Like if you know they're coming, you kind of tighten up and you know you can fight it back. But if it just happens without you know it, it's catches you off guard. Okay, how did this conversation ended up being about testes? We're just saying that chopping one testicle off is one way to guarantee that men would not, you know, hurt women anymore. Because you're not much of a man anyway if you hurt a woman like that. I've had both, don't know which word. Jeez, what do you do? Wait, let me guess. Soccer? Football. Something with air boys in football. I don't get it. Yeah, see, I knew it. Yeah. Well, too bad. Too bad. I don't know what to say to that. Ooh, nice. Football. Wait, the football or soccer? Because I don't know which one is which. Because I need to know where you're from to know what do you mean by football. So rugby. The one where you have to be like tall and huge and take a ball and run with it, not kick it. لا بيت البردي يدور في البيت بس لا كان يجي الحيط ما جايش فيه أنا النيشان. Oh, England. Okay. Europeans call it football, Americans call it soccer, right? I swear it's like only America that has a different name for something that people have already named. So who's here is American? Like, where are you guys from? I'm in England too. Okay. Zono, I think I know you're American. Yeah. Oh, I'm the only Moroccan here. Seattle. Nice. Wait, is it nice in there? Is it nice over there? Ooh, nice. Where are your parents from? Moroccan, but where my grandparents are from, I don't know. I'm gonna take a DNA test so I can find out my true roots. Mountains, trees, light rain. Oh, nice. American living in the UK. Okay, very nice. We'll be moving to America next year, though. Football's called. Oh, nice. Football, as in soccer, right? Really? What happened to the medical stuff you told me about? Sorry to say it out loud over here, but I'm curious. Oh, soccer. Okay. Very nice. It's interesting that people ask where my parents are from because it's like a way of saying you don't look Moroccan, you know? But I get it. I don't look like one. Actually, I found out this thing where so supposedly the original Moroccans are black, like the rest of everybody else in Africa. But with a lot of wars, a lot of trade, slavery, mainly wars and conquerings, you know, when the, you know, villages get, what was it? Pledged, what's the word is. I forgot the word. But whenever like the kingdom was conquered, the women would get raped, and the rapists are foreigners, and that's why the skin shades got to be so different to such a varying degree because they just got whitewashed along history. I'm not sure though. We'll be moving to America next year though. Football scholar. Okay, I thought you were studying medicine. Sorry. My favorite show. I like anime. I don't watch TV anymore. Are you recording this? I gotta run. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it on if you want to watch it. Want to hear the rest though? Oh, I'm gonna leave soon too. It's only 8 minutes because I'm tired. This is exhausting. Yeah, like that. Oh, you. Yeah. So Titan speaker, is this Attack on Titan or what is it exactly? Yes. I'm an anime fan. You guys should check out my Instagram. That's where I do all my nerding. That's where I act like a nerd. On here, not so much. It's good to hide that I like anime because a lot of people would just call me a pick me because ooh, you're into things that boys are into. Gross, you know. So I just keep it to myself. But on Instagram, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna share things about pretty dresses, but I'm also gonna share monsters and cute anime characters. It's nobody's business. Is your Insta the same as your YouTube? No, it's I can't type. It's Tifa Tif1. Let me spell it for you. Are you writing? It's Tifa Tif1. How's your matchmaking business? Is it difficult to find your clients' partners? Is it difficult to find partners? So I can never really please both ends. So there's always an end that's compromising a little bit, but it's fine. There's always perks to a person and cons. So are you gonna take the cons perks and not look at the cons, or what are you gonna do? So there's always a conversation about that. And some people just accept, they don't really have a problem. So there's no compromise or anything. As for finding people, it's not that difficult to find people because a lot of people are interested in it. A lot of people are interested in the international matchmaking thing that I do. And a lot of people think I'm a scammer because I don't know, some people it sounds like too good to be true, so they're really, really careful for me. Some people are fine. Some people come to me, and I go to some people. And it's not hard to find matches, but if you're like highly specific about a certain match, like if you already have something in mind, then I can't really promise you much because I don't make people, I just find people. And I can't really like do any requests that are highly, highly specific. So the best I could do is someone who looks good and somebody that speaks basic level of English. Don't look at me and think everybody speaks English like I do. Not true at all. A lot of people are still struggling with it. And a lot of people are taking, like classes and they're really working hard to learn. But yeah, not everybody's fluent. My eyelids are so tired. I need to go. My Instagram is TIFA TIF1. Tifa Tiff1. I think I should change it to be just like my YouTube channel so it's easier for people to find, but don't worry, like under every of my videos I always leave my contact information, and it also includes my Instagram. I used to take Instagram very seriously, but then just realized that it's exhausting. I know it's just pictures, but it's never good enough. So I mainly post thumbnails of my videos in there. And then in my stories, that's where I show my personality more. Talk to people, show things that I'm interested in, or just anything really. Okay, so I'm about to go. My dad is back, and it's almost an hour. Look at my eye bags. This is exhausting. I should go. So if anybody has anything they want to add, any ideas that you guys haven't mentioned here, you can leave them in either the comments or send me a DM on either Instagram or my email. I answer emails. I don't have a problem with that. I don't ignore them, and I try to answer them very fast. So don't hesitate to send an email if you have something nice to say, if you have something bad to say, or a suggestion, or if you guys want a consultation or matchmaking. I'm still doing all of that. And yeah, just wait a little bit until it hits 1 hour, and I'm gonna go. So is anybody watching any animes right now? I was gonna watch an anime, but then I got bored. So I was like, hey, let me live stream. There's this nonchalant one that I found about this guy who worked at an office, but his ex-boss was terrible. Now his current boss is just a nice guy. And it's like a really light-hearted anime to watch instead of all the murderous ones, because I also watch Jujutsu Kaisen currently, and I'm also waiting for Attack on Titan next month, November 4th. Stay tuned for that. And it's so heavy and complicated. You just want to wash that down with like another anime that's not too traumatizing. Haikyuu, the volleyball one. I did not watch it, but I saw some clips and like the boys are like so cute and stuff. So that's mainly why the girls watch it. Hi Sienna, how are you? Just about to leave actually. So yeah, if anybody has anything else they want to say, any questions, any remarks, anything at all, you can leave them in the comments, my email or my Instagram. I always answer. So good. Wow. But I'm really not into sports. I'm not a sports person. I'm a genocide person. I like watching murder happen. In anime, of course, not real life. Okay, so it's time to leave, and I'll see you guys later. I don't know if I'm gonna make any videos soon. But let's hope I do, right? So okay, bye bye. See you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. And thank you for participating with me in this live stream. It's been really nice, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.